My beloved child, listen closely. The hour is now, and my voice calls you to step from darkness into light. Every heartbeat counts as I unveil secrets of redemption and healing that will transform your life in this very moment. Do not let a single second slip by. Remain with me until the end, for the blessings I have prepared for you are unfolding right now, and the time to embrace them is fleeting. I see those parts of yourself you try to hide, the silent rooms where you keep your wounds, your questions, and your most delicate hopes. Still, I want you to realize that nothing escapes my gaze. I do not approach you with judgment. Rather, I come to you with compassion and an invitation. Draw nearer. You have pleaded for clarity, whispered private confessions in the quiet hours of the night, and longed for a sign that confirms you are never truly alone. Here, in these words, you will find that sign. Let them resonate in your soul, awakening a deeper realization. Inhale and calm your heart, for I, the Lord your God, have cherished you with an intense and unending love. My wish is for you to receive this message without reservation. Pass it along to anyone who might need it, and rest in the assurance that I am close. Make space for my presence each morning at first light. Before allowing anxiety or distraction to overtake you, pause to give thanks. Recognize the immeasurable gift of life flowing through your veins. See the family and friends placed in your path, even if those relationships sometimes feel strained or incomplete. Gratitude is a key that opens deeper revelations of my heart, guiding your thoughts toward the blessings already at hand. In these moments, open your soul to my direction. When you welcome me into your daily routine, I guide you with wisdom for the journey. Through gratitude, you discover a peaceful stillness that silences fear, creating room for my spirit to speak gently and instill hope. I am aware of the times you have thought you deserved punishment, believing you were unworthy because of your missteps or broken commands. Never assume I have turned away from you. In mercy, I have softened many consequences that could have come upon you. My greatest desire is your restoration, not your ruin. It is my will for you to rise again whenever you stumble. Through my word, I have instructed you to shun murder, avoid false witness, refuse to lie, and refrain from sowing discord among your brothers and sisters. These commands are not meant to confine you with fear. They are your compass to a life of honesty and love. I do see your struggles, the world's confusion, the allure of temptation, the moments when your heart is torn. But my grace is stronger than any guilt or shame you might bear. Stay focused on me, and I will renew your strength each day. Realize that any sin, whether slander, deceit, pride, or betrayal, can become an obstacle, blotting out the peace and purpose I intend for you. These offenses can be prisons in your heart, but my hand sets you free from every chain. Physical sins like adultery or fornication wound deeply, yet do not miss how powerful words can be. Lies crush the spirit, and harmful gossip dismantles families. Every wrongdoing carries weight, but every wrongdoing can also be redeemed. My spirit gently nudges you to repent and turn from every destructive habit. Feel that gentle pull within your chest. That is me calling you back to wholeness. You do not need to fear punishment. Instead, accept my transforming power. My strength reaches its fullness in your weakness. Lean on me, and you will find liberty. If there is someone on your heart right now, someone who needs to hear these words, do not delay. Share them without hesitation, for you might be the beacon of hope they have been seeking. Know that those who serve me willingly, bearing my message in honesty, will experience my abundant favor. You do not do this to parade your own righteousness, but to demonstrate love, just as I have showered love upon you. If you know anyone crying out in despair or feeling lost, bring them this light of truth. My radiance will guide them out of darkness. By sharing, you embody my glory, and I bless you beyond measure, multiplying the grace already given to you. Do not imagine your efforts to be trivial in my sight. Even the smallest act of compassion resonates with eternal significance. Let us speak openly about the weights you carry. I see how they burden your spirit, how they sap your energy. You have begged for direction and release, asking for any sign that I have not forgotten you. I am here now to confirm that you hold my attention. I have gathered your tears in my hands, and I have already prepared answers beyond what you have requested. There are times the enemy of your soul will try to convince you that you stand isolated, that your prayers fall on deaf ears. But I have already deployed my angels to fight on your behalf. In the heavenly realm, there is a struggle for your favor, your growth, and your release from bondage. Dark forces seek to stifle your progress, drag you low, and choke any glimmer of hope. Yet my armies surround you, intercepting arrows you never see. Trust that I have arranged your victory in advance. Eventually, you will understand how each trial was stitched into a tapestry of redemption and blessing. I urge you to be discreet with your words and personal matters. Not everyone is prepared to hear the most vulnerable corners of your heart. Discernment is a treasure I gladly offer you. Ask for my guidance before sharing your innermost secrets. Some people may twist your sincerity to suit their own motives. The enemy roams like a thief, searching for any weakness he can exploit. Still, I also surround you with trustworthy people, those who genuinely want what is best for you. Learn to recognize which individuals approach you with hidden aims and which come with genuine love. Keep your faith guarded, for it is precious. Do not be afraid, because I am your ultimate refuge, the vigilant watchman over your life. Times of sadness and hardship are not endless. Maybe you have felt your footing crack beneath you, greeting each morning with sorrow. But midnight does not last when dawn is meant to rise. I promise these troubles will fade like passing clouds, and soon the light of my grace will illuminate your path once more. Some who have wronged, humiliated, or hurt you might come back one day, remorseful and seeking forgiveness. When this happens, I ask that you respond with the mercy I show you daily. Offer them a glimpse of my love, a love that cancels debts and dissolves grudges. The culture around you often preaches vengeance or emotional distance, but always remember, you serve a God who forgives immeasurably and restores what is damaged. True freedom awaits you when you open your heart to pardon those who have done harm. Do not be enticed by promises that sparkle but lack substance. Many voices will claim to give you salvation, success, or happiness, trying to lure you away with shallow words and manipulative schemes. Always recall that I alone can heal your soul, cast out your fears, and fill your life with real abundance. Do not depend on human strength. Instead, cling to my eternal might. Building your faith on me preserves your blessings and keeps them from scattering like leaves in a storm. If your devotion drifts toward worldly illusions, you risk forfeiting the peace and joy already granted to you. Stand firm on the everlasting foundation of my word, steadfast and immovable through every trial. I speak now with earnestness. You are at a critical juncture. A stirring in your heart beckons you toward a deeper commitment. I have showered you with my affection, guiding you through valleys and placing hope in each sunrise. Now I ask you to decide, will you fully embrace this love, or will you keep me at a distance, hesitating to live out my promises? I do not force you, I invite you. I long to be your comfort, your rest, and your safe haven. Each morning when you awaken, I yearn to greet you with kindness. May your first steps lead you into my presence, where you can hear my soft, reassuring voice that pacifies any storm. My word lights your way, guiding you to act with empathy and humility. In your obedience, you will find blessings too vast to fathom. I have seen your tears at night. I have heard each sigh, sensed every ache in your heart. Never think I have overlooked your struggles. Today, I stretch out my hand, beckoning you toward a destiny bright with promise. Your private prayers do not vanish. They ascend like fragrant incense and rest upon my throne of grace. Behind the scenes, I am orchestrating answers and arranging miracles beyond your highest imaginations. Before long, you will look back on these hardships with thankfulness, recognizing how even pain sculpted you into a vessel of empathy and resilience. I am wiping clean the errors of your past. You are not defined by your history. You are shaped by the boundless potential I have implanted in you. Open your heart to me and watch as I flood it with new light and restore your perspective, giving you confidence to walk boldly forward. Part of my plan involves reconciliation. Families that seemed shattered beyond repair, friendships fractured by betrayals, I can mend all of it. In offering forgiveness, you mirror my own heart. Over time, those who hurt you may return seeking mercy. Extend the same grace you have received from me. Remember, you too once needed forgiveness, which I gave lavishly. A forgiving heart is one that heals, freeing itself from spiritual toxins that erode relationships. In your daily endeavors, whether at work or at home, do not let bitterness or deceit taint your testimony. I see how persistently you work, how determined you remain even when others fail to notice your efforts. Trust that I will honor your steadfastness. Whenever you feel unseen or misunderstood, share those concerns with me. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut. I will match you with opportunities aligned to your gifting, rewarding your integrity. Yet be mindful of your words. Avoid harmful gossip and slander, for these sow discord. True prosperity encompasses emotional, mental, and relational well-being, far beyond material gains. As you hold fast to truth and compassion, I will extend my favor in surprisingly beautiful ways. You are never by yourself. My presence is with you in every conversation, every trial, and every choice. Let me be your strength and your foundation when uncertainty gusts through your life. For a long while, I have been calling you, urging you to embrace a higher purpose. Some of you have listened and matured in wisdom, others have wandered into doubt. It is time to take another step upward, letting my word be the daily nourishment for your spirit. Lay aside fleeting distractions, for worldly wealth, claim, and pleasures cannot approach the richness of communion with me. When these earthly idols crumble, my glory endures. If you find that certain things you once held close start to slip away, do not panic. Often, letting go paves the way for new growth. Releasing your fears and goals to me is not weakness. It is a confession of trust. Through that trust, you enter a realm of supernatural provision, where miracles become commonplace and testimonies to my faithfulness bloom. Have courage, dear one, for good news is on the horizon. You have sought open doors, and I am clearing obstacles so they will appear. You have longed for healing, and I am sending power to restore you in both body and spirit. Regardless of how small your faith may feel, it is a precious seed rooted in my promises. It will thrive into a mighty tree of hope. When fierce storms come, it will remain unshaken. When doubts roar, its branches will not be broken. Keep in mind that my strength thrives where real faith resides. Although doubt might attempt to creep in, you can reject it day by voicing my truth. Speak life into your situations. Declare with confidence that, through my power, all things are possible. Let that conviction rise from your innermost being, driving out all discouragement. Feel the warmth of my words stirring in your heart right now. That subtle stirring is my spirit confirming how deeply I love you and that I am always near. At times, you may be unable to find words that capture all I have in store, yet trust I am at your side. These promises are not figments of imagination. They are divine gifts forged by mercy. Whenever dark thoughts encroach, remember what you have read. Let these words be steady guides back to my unchanging truth. If the burdens of life feel insurmountable, breathe deeply and call my name. I stand ready to bring you peace. I am not a legend or a fable. I am a living God who intervenes in everyday existence. In my kindness, I hold your future, weaving every strand of your life into a radiant tapestry. The dynamics in your family are visible to me, both harmony and discord, laughter and heartache. My hope is for your household to be a sanctuary of unity and compassion. Create room for prayer, for reading my word, for transparent conversations about faith, and for reflective spiritual pauses. May each room echo with understanding and respect. Strife often slips in when hearts lose sight of the love I have ordained. Choose to be an instrument of peace, whether with gentle correction or thoughtful gestures in tense settings. Observe how your example can spark curiosity in others about who I am. Even if they do not soften immediately, seeds of hope take root, in hidden places. In time, they will blossom, revealing my power to change hearts in ways you might never have anticipated. There will be scoffers who laugh at your faith or challenge my existence. Their words may hurt, but do not let them steal your joy. The world has historically resisted what it cannot comprehend. Some boast of wisdom or success, yet endure inner turmoil without my truth. By remaining steadfast in your faith, you shine softly, guiding some toward redemption they never expected to find. You need not fear those who oppose your beliefs. They claim knowledge, yet true understanding comes from a respectful heart aligned with my will. When you feel doubt churning within you, recall my faithfulness through the ages. The same God who parted seas and flattened walls is alive today. I have quieted tempests and elevated the humble. Trust these testimonies to remind you of my limitless might and endless devotion. If your soul quivers under threats, seek refuge in me. Do not permit the whispers of deception to overshadow the promise that I am your defender. I stand between you and every arrow launched at your spirit, serving as your shield and solid fortress. Indeed, trials will arise, but they refine you, enhancing perseverance and shaping your character. The fiercest battles often foretell the most magnificent triumphs. Gaze upon your hardships as a chance to see my power firsthand. Darkness always concedes to the rising sun, and I am that eternal sunrise, perpetually radiating. Release your burdens to me. They were never meant for you to shoulder on your own. In me, your spirit finds rest. Accept my blessing today, recognizing it as more than a ritual. These words carry life-altering potential. Embrace my grace, allowing it to soothe every broken fragment within you. Confess your belief, proclaim your trust in my timing and plan. In return, I will astonish you with wonders that exceed your highest dreams. I do not overlook a single prayer or a single tear. Each one is carried to heaven, and I respond according to my boundless wisdom. You may not immediately see your situation change, yet the seeds of your deliverance have already been planted. Trust in my process. I am never behind schedule. Delays frequently serve as preparation, ensuring your heart is ready to steward each blessing. Turn your attention forward. Let the past remain where it belongs, educating you instead of dominating you. Gripping regrets only weighs you down, concealing the bright future I have paved for you. When you confide in me, you unlock endless possibilities for transformation. Sometimes, such change requires releasing people or pursuits that stifle your spiritual evolution. It might feel like a loss at first, yet it is truly investing in a life of greater depth and freedom. Fear not the empty places, for I will fill them with new blessings, talents, relationships, and paths aligned with my will. Believe that your existence is sacred and your purpose is divine. No event, no relationship, and no mistake can erase the inherent worth I wove into your identity. Let your heart be consoled in knowing I value you uniquely. I am unwavering in my love, even when you falter or question. You do not earn my affection through actions. It is freely given because I choose to lavish it upon you. The adversary will try to convince you otherwise, making you feel undeserving or negligible. However, in my realm, you are a cherished heir. When you slip, never withdraw out of shame. Approach me as a child runs to a parent's comforting embrace. I will restore you, reminding you of who you really are, my precious one. Reject those voices questioning your worth. You are formed in my image, destined for greatness. Though the world may fail to see your gifts, I see every potential. My power shines brightest when you surrender in humility, allowing me to work through you. I invite you to daily conversation with me. Speak freely, and I will respond with clarity. Even if words fail or thoughts become tangled, I treasure the honesty of your soul. Each new day, come before me with gratitude. Present your fears, your hopes, and your quiet requests. I am eternally attentive, never bored by your prayers. My spirit gently carries them to heaven's throne, shaping the narrative of your future. While the world values showy accomplishments, I value steadfast hearts and trusting spirits. Use your voice to bless your family, your employment, your well-being, and the road ahead. With the same breath I breathed into you, utter blessings. Even a few words declared in faith can dismantle great barriers of despair. Never forget, I am the same Lord who parted the sea, so I can certainly part any turmoil you encounter. When exhaustion settles in, draw close to me for comfort. Surrender your cares before bedtime, trusting me to guard you as you sleep. By morning's light, I will revive your strength and fill you with confidence. No longer lie awake, tormented by tomorrow's worries. Rest, secure that I remain at work, orchestrating solutions to every challenge. My presence enfolds you, and my angels stand watch around your dwelling place. As you rise, greet the day with expectancy, inviting my spirit to guide your footsteps. Let worry not be your first thought. Instead, declare that I am your shepherd, your father, your unshakable companion. Such an affirmation holds the secret to a life overflowing with peace. I am restoring the shattered fragments of your past so thoroughly that the original ruins will be barely recognizable. Fractured relationships, dashed dreams, and wounded confidence, all these lie beneath my healing hand. Like a master craftsman, I combine even the most broken pieces into a vessel of my glory. If you believe nothing can mend your situation, remember, nothing is beyond my power. Relinquish your bitterness and regrets, making space for the new chapters I am writing. You will soon witness lost opportunities re-emerge or fresh chances arise in unexpected ways. Hold on to hope. No darkness is impenetrable to my light, and no gap too wide for me to cross for your sake. My love for you spans every boundary with unyielding commitment. Invite my love to envelop you in every moment of your life. When negative thoughts flood your mind, combat them with the truths I have spoken. Affirm your identity as my child, crowned with dignity and promise, liberated from fear and held in my power. Declare that where my spirit dwells, there is freedom. Shape your life with words of life, for a tongue that blesses opens the way for new gifts. Others may scoff, but their disbelief does not annul my promises. Rise with greater resolve, knowing I stand beside you, infusing you with resilience and stamina. I formed you intentionally, weaving gifts and dreams into your very being for the tasks I designed you to accomplish. Walk boldly in this truth and watch wonders unravel before you. Be patient, dear one. Even if you can't immediately see the results of your faith, every prayer, tear, and act of obedience moves events beyond your current view. Time itself answers to my plans. Seasons will change, but my word is everlasting. Refrain from comparing your journey to anyone else's, for each soul has its own unique path, intricately crafted with care. Cling to what I have shown you, what I have placed in your heart. Nurture those seeds with prayer, water them with faith, and shield them from the pests of doubt. In due season, they will blossom into testimonies that will inspire many. Some will question your progress or claim you have lost your way. Do not heed them. Keep your eyes on me, the author and finisher of your faith. I invite you into a life of divine encounter, where miracles are as tangible as the air you breathe. Lean on my strength, and you will see astonishing healings, breakthroughs, and transformations that defy logical explanation. Remember, these wonders exist not to entertain, but to reveal my compassion. Each miracle you witness is my invitation to trust me more. Embrace them as milestones on your spiritual path, promising your full devotion each time you see my hand at work. Your life stands as a living testimony, a guiding light directing people to my goodness. Even when doubts cloud your mind, hold firm to the truths I have etched in your heart. You are my child, and my entire kingdom is accessible to you through faith and obedience. The individuals you once believed far beyond hope or reach will start turning back, drawn by the quiet glow of my grace in your life. Be ready to receive them with open arms. Show them the boundless love I have shown you, listening earnestly, caring patiently, and welcoming them warmly. When you do this, you will observe my redemptive plan come to life. Families made whole, friendships reborn, and hearts reconciled. Each resurrected relationship confirms I am a God of beginnings anew. Take joy in these displays of restoration, for they are just as marvelous as healing the blind or raising the dead. A heart awakened to reconciliation breathes life into individuals and the community around them. By embracing the role of a peacemaker, you align yourself with the steady rhythm of my eternal love. I also see your hopes and concerns related to finances and career. Never assume I am unconcerned about such matters. If I care for birds in flight and dress wildflowers in splendor, how much more will I care for you, my precious child? In every transaction, let integrity guide you. Resist shortcuts built on dishonesty or exploitation. I will bring people into your life who notice your abilities and compensate you fairly. Opportunities may sometimes appear unannounced, but they are never mere coincidences. They are portals I open at precisely the right moment. Stand ready, prepared to step through with gratitude and courage. Never forget that your work itself can be an act of worship if you commit it to my glory. When uncertainty looms or pressures mount at your job, come to me in prayer. I will fill you with creativity and strength. Spiritual maturity involves watching over your words, for they wield great power. They can uplift or destroy, bless or wound. Use them to mend hearts, to encourage, and to uplift others. Steer clear of gossip and baseless rumors. When someone attempts to incite conflict, hold your peace. Shut out destructive talk and keep your heart aligned with virtue. Through these choices, you foster a climate of respect and harmony, revealing a restraint that captures the attention of those around you, pointing them toward me as your source of composure. Have no doubt that I have not been silent. Through gentle promptings and timely insights, I have been nudging you toward a profound meeting with my word. Immerse yourself in it. Let it reflect who you truly are, highlighting areas that need correction. Embrace this correction as loving guidance, not a punishment. My word cuts through confusion, illuminating wisdom's path. Trust it above fleeting opinions. Let it be your foundation, preventing you from drifting aimlessly. In Scripture, you will find the fullness of my promises, promises that remain constant even when the world wavers. Allow these promises to embolden your faith, reminding you that I am unchanging. When sorrow engulfs you or fear tries to rule your thoughts, recall that I have overcome the world. Peace surpasses the mere absence of conflict. It is my spirit anchoring your life. Accept this peace, which defies comprehension in dark times. It will protect your mind and heart, helping you remain solid, regardless of any storm that rages. Let your heart dwell on my character, reciting my truths, for this practice heightens your awareness of my closeness. Fear cannot remain where perfect love is present, and I assure you, my love for you is perfect. Entrust your worries to me. I will reshape them and use them to deepen your faith. This process helps you grow into the masterpiece I envisioned before time began. You have sought signs and wonders to fortify your faith. Let my presence be your greatest sign. Quiet your heart to sense my voice, whether through a gentle meeting of minds in conversation, a momentary alignment of events, or a wave of inexplicable peace. I move in both grand and humble ways, delighting in revealing my heart to those who diligently seek me. Each timely provision, every answered prayer, confirms I am intimately involved in your life, unwaveringly devoted to your good. When doubts creep in, recall the times I intervened clearly and undeniably. Let these become your memorial stones, marking my steadfast nature. I recognize the fatigue in your gaze and the burden pressing on your spirit. Do not hide your wariness from me. It is precisely when you admit your shortcomings that my power can glow brightest. Share with me your feelings, fears, and frustrations. I am neither shocked nor repelled by them. Instead, I cradle you in empathy, offering practical hope. My spirit injects life into exhausted bones, renewing your ability to dream. Never be ashamed to rely on my help. Even the greatest of my followers sought refuge in their bleakest hours. Let your tears water the seeds of tomorrow's miracles. In your vulnerability, I plant my might. Through your humility, I reveal my magnificence. Allow me to transform your fatigue into fresh energy, transforming grief into a testimony of my grace. Abide in my presence without ceasing. Make it part of your spiritual practice, a sacred exchange shaping every facet of your viewpoint. As time passes, you will find me to be both your protector and your pillar, your deliverer and your daily provision. Depend on me for direction, peace, and motivation. When you do, the noise of the world dims, replaced by the gentle refrain of my love. In this holy space, your faith grows into a steadfast vine, blossoming with hopeful fragrance, drawing others toward the same tranquility. They will notice the calmness you carry, searching for that stability themselves. When they approach you, be prepared to guide them to me, speaking not from pride, but with grateful hearts, knowing that you once walked the same uncertain path until I shone my light. Even if despair tries to overcome you, remember that my love acts as an unbreakable anchor. No transgression, no fall, no sorrow can tear apart the bond we share. There is no canyon so deep, no wilderness so vast, that my presence cannot reach you. You are never out of my grasp. Pause and breathe deeply, inviting my peace to settle over your heart. Picture the horizon slowly brightening, shadows receding, and hope radiating from every corner of your life. Yes, challenges may persist, but they can no longer define who you are. My love lays claim to all of you, calling you by name and marking you as priceless. This love forms the bedrock of your identity. Cling to it, celebrate it, share it. By embracing my love, you will surpass every barrier life sets in your path. I speak these words to awaken your spirit, to remind you that I, your Heavenly Father, know the story of your life intimately. My aim is to see you flourish, not just survive, and step into a purpose-filled existence brimming with victory. Clutch these words as a reliable hand guiding you onward. Don't allow guilt or regret to keep you trapped. I have washed you clean, welcomed you into my household, and given you a new name, beloved, valued, and redeemed. Remember this identity more firmly than any label the world might pin on you. There is no need to chase after passing human approval. You carry within you the spark of my glory, meant to shine in a world in desperate need of hope. Let that light beam brightly, proclaiming that love always speaks the final word. I recognize your longing for fresh perspective, your yearning for hope in a world that can feel burdensome. Hear my voice as that of a shepherd tending a dear lamb, guiding you gently along and shielding you beneath my everlasting arms. Open your heart to these words and sense how my spirit breathes renewed courage into your being, reminding you that it was I who fashioned you in secret places and sustained you with an unfathomable love. There is nothing, no experience, no detail, beyond my notice or my compassion. Often you have wondered if you truly possess the strength to continue. The storms within and around you shake the roots of your faith, yet I invite you to press closer to me than ever. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, towering waves threatening to crash upon you. Even then, anchor yourself in my goodness. No wave is too high, and no wind too strong for me, the God who commands winds and seas with a single word. My power stands unmatched, and I have chosen to use it to uphold and shield you. Take heart. The Maker of all things is the same one who vows to sustain you through every trial. You might feel your past stumbles disqualify you from receiving my favor, or that your recurring weaknesses render you unfit for my gifts. Let me correct that misunderstanding. My love is unwavering, not dependent on your performance. Whenever you fall, I encourage you to get back up. Whenever you are bowed down by shame, place that shame at my feet. I know the very core of who you are. I see your unspoken battles and hidden tears. And I do not judge you harshly, nor do I hold your flaws against you. My grace reaches to the depths of your burdens, providing a balm for your wounded heart. The moment you offer yourself to me, I envelop you with the kind embrace of a father who never tires of loving you. Consider a seed resting in the soil, concealed from view for a time while it gathers unseen nourishment before emerging into the light. Your life in my hands is much the same. In those seasons where it feels as though you are buried under doubts, setbacks, or delays, Be certain that I am actively sustaining you. At the proper moment, you will rise stronger and more resilient, unveiling beauty for others to witness. Embrace this phase of unseen preparation, letting me be the wellspring and maintainer of your spiritual growth. Often, the darkness of waiting nurtures the greatest treasures within you. I also want to speak about your relationships, both the ones brimming with joy and those that have become distant. Some may be thriving, rich with shared laughter and camaraderie. Others may be strained walls, replacing the bridges that once connected you. I am the God of healing, the one who restores what has been broken. Just as I grant you unending mercy and pardon, so I ask you to extend that same grace to others. Restoration may not unfold immediately, nor does it involve ignoring harmful behavior. It means seeing each individual through my compassionate eyes, trusting me with your heartache, and resisting the temptation to grow bitter. When you practice forgiveness, you free yourself from the grasp of anger or resentment. In turn, you make space for a joy that surpasses comprehension. If you sometimes question whether I truly hear your prayers, spoken softly in the late hours or cried out in tears, know this: no tear falls unnoticed by me. Every prayer is borne before me like sweet incense, bridging all distance. You may not see the direct results you hope for right away, or the timing might stretch beyond your expectations, but trust that my hand is orchestrating your circumstances. I open doors in their season, align situations, and create divine connections that reflect the best plan for your life. Faith is the essence of what you hope for, the proof of realities you cannot yet glimpse. Let your hope serve as the lamp that leads you through darkness. As you wait, let us reflect on faith's substance. True faith transcends fleeting emotion. It rests in choosing to trust my word when external evidence contradicts it, standing with confidence on promises from a God who cannot deceive or waver. Contemplate the figures in history who lived by faith, persevering despite overwhelming odds, steadfastly looking to me in their storms. They were not perfect, yet I honored their devotion. I will honor yours as well. Each time you stand in faith, you silently proclaim that I surpass every threat or boundary the world imposes. When terror creeps in, repel it with truth. When despair insists there is no hope, reaffirm my constancy. Even what you consider a small faith can topple mountains when offered to an almighty God. Now ponder your destiny and the unique calling upon your life. You were not born aimlessly or randomly. My creative intent wove purpose into your very DNA. You might question this because your path has had obstacles, heartbreaks, or sudden detours. However, you must see that I can turn every setback into a stepping stone, every challenge into a platform for my glory. No chapter of your story is wasted if you surrender it to me. I specialize in retrieving what appears lost and transforming it into something far greater. From the moment you first drew breath, I had in mind a vision for your life, one woven with compassion for others, reflection of my love, and the cultivation of wisdom. Never gauge your worth by earthly measures of fame or fortune. Rather, measure your days by your nearness to me, how genuinely you love, and how bravely you stand by the truth. When sorrow overwhelms, remember that my spirit acts as your comforter. Your pains, whether they stem from the passing of someone dear, betrayal by a friend, or feeling like no one understands, matter deeply to me. I am quick to soothe your soul. My nearness calms like a gentle hand in the dark. When the heaviness feels unbearable, trust that this season will not endure forever. Dawn will come, bearing a song of deliverance out of your mourning. I swap ashes for beauty, sadness for joy, and burdens for the garment of praise. Let your spirit take courage, knowing angels surround you for your protection. Many times they steered you away from unseen dangers, acting on my command. Even now, you remain enveloped by their vigilance. Recognize, my dear, that you live under a spiritual covering. It does not guarantee you avoid difficulties, but it promises my empowerment through them. Let your heart be still and acknowledge this hidden defense. And more than these angelic protectors, know that I myself stand as your supreme fortress. Your heart also weighs concerns about friends, relatives, or loved ones who are struggling. In your quiet moments, you might plead on their behalf, longing to see them delivered from addictions, sickness, or destructive habits. Know that these pleas are precious to me. When you stand in intercession for others, you partner with me in holy intercession. Lift them up to me, yielding the results to my perfect wisdom. Do not grow disheartened if transformation seems slow. Seeds often take time to sprout, and prayers must sometimes settle before bearing fruit. Keep praying, keep loving them, shining my character in their lives. I cherish their redemption even more than you can imagine. Likewise, entrust me with your own journey as you trust me with theirs. The mind, by nature, wrestles with uncertainties. You may look at the chaos in the world, injustice, conflict, or suffering, and cry out, "Lord, are you here?" Precious child, I am never distant or disinterested. My compassion extends to every place. Ultimately, my justice will be seen. The world's landscape is formed by human choices, spiritual realities, and natural cycles, yet my authority remains paramount even in disorder. I call upon souls like you to bring rays of hope and speak truth in the midst of darkness. When you show kindness, stand for honesty, or console the grieving, you partner with me in redeeming creation. Understand that my grand plan surpasses your highest aspirations. A final day of restoration is set, unveiling endless peace and righteousness. Until then, cling to me, persist in doing good, and realize that even a small act of kindness can echo across eternity. Be prudent about what you allow into your heart, the media, the company you keep, the thoughts you permit. These elements affect your outlook and your spiritual vitality. Negativity and despair create an opening for doubt. But when you feed on my word, testimonies of my power, and uplifting fellowship, your faith flourishes. You begin to perceive light from darkness and truth from deception with keener insight. If you find your heart drifting from me, take stock of the voices influencing you. You were made to flourish in my presence. Do all you can to guard your peace, protect your joy, and bolster your hope. This is not a directive to withdraw from others, but to exercise wisdom in your connections, recognizing that not every path leads to life. We have spoken of faith and hope. Now let us delve into love, the core of my being. All divine directives rest on loving me wholeheartedly and loving your neighbor just as much as you love yourself. Love is more than a notion. It is an active force breaking chains and healing hurts. My love for you is unwavering. It outstrips your gravest errors and transcends your every fear. It fuels you to love friends, family, and even adversaries in a way that defies mere human logic. Whenever it is difficult to love someone who has harmed you, remember the love I continually show you, despite your every flaw. Let that truth fill your heart with compassion. Loving as I love means mirroring my image in its purest expression, a beacon guiding lost souls to salvation. Bear in mind that your life forms part of a sweeping narrative, extending beyond your immediate struggles. I am crafting a grand, intricate tapestry, and your acts of kindness, faith, and obedience are essential threads in that design. Even if you feel unseen, I assure you that a heart wholly devoted to me never goes unnoticed. A single prayer, a kind word, or a moment of humility can spark change that resonates through eternity, affecting my purposes. If you ever sense powerlessness, recall you are my child, an heir of a kingdom that stands firm against all storms. Each day is an unwritten page in the ongoing chronicle of my love relationship with humanity. Let worship, gratitude, and gentleness guide your every sentence. Are you worn down by daily demands, chasing one milestone after another? The world often insists your worth is found in endless productivity, accumulation, and applause. But I remind you, true rest is found in me. Sabbath rest, a period of ceasing your constant striving, is my design for your renewal. When you pause and set aside worldly cares, even briefly, your spirit breathes and realigns with my heavenly perspective. It is in that space of quiet that you remember your identity is grounded in my affection, not in what you do. Let this awareness sink in deeply, liberating you from the scramble for achievement. See my love, and you will experience rejuvenation unlike anything earthly accolades can offer. Also, let me address how you view yourself. I deliberately shaped you, planning every trait with utmost care. You may carry scars from hurtful words or personal criticisms, making you doubt your value. Let my voice drown out those lies. You are my craftsmanship, a masterpiece with no flaw in how I created you. Whenever insecurity rises, return to this truth. I see the real you, beyond outward appearances. Your blend of talents and personality is no accident. It is precisely designed for the calling I have placed on your life. Embrace who you are, seen through my love, and let that dispel any uncertainty. The Lord of all things calls you beloved and treasured. When you step out to serve others or proclaim my word, you might encounter pushback or ridicule. Some may misunderstand or even belittle your faith. Do not let these reactions muzzle you. Fear of rejection has silenced many voices meant to speak truth. But I gave you not a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and clear thinking. In the face of resistance, maintain quiet poise. Let humility color your words, so even those who disagree sense sincerity. My truth dismantles barriers of skepticism when offered with empathy. You are accountable for sharing. How others respond is not your burden. If you trust my ability to work in people's hearts, you will witness astonishing transformations, both in them and within yourself. Never undervalue the force of a thankful heart. Gratitude is like a lamp brightening dark corners. By intentionally counting your blessings, small or grand, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have in abundance. Thanksgiving ushers you into a more vivid awareness of my presence. At times, complaining is easier than praise, but challenge yourself. Identify what still shines in your life. Recognize my persistent goodness. Gratitude prepares you to receive more, for a heart filled with thanks becomes fertile ground for new blessings. Start every prayer acknowledging my faithfulness, and you'll see many worries melt in the radiance of my provision. Let us also speak of the visions you hold, your future plans, the hopes you nurse for your family, or dreams for your community. Some seem beyond reach. Maybe you feel stuck, unsure of the next step, worried that you lack the resources or the credentials. Hear me, if I have sown that dream into your heart, I will also equip you to realize it. The road may call for patience, learning, and unanticipated detours, but I do not waste any leg of your journey. My spirit will guide you to those who can coach you, will open doors exactly when you're ready, and will shield you from unseen pitfalls. Surrender these dreams to me repeatedly, trusting that my plan exceeds anything you could plot on your own. I, the Lord who summons you, will also faithfully bring your calling to fruition. When life's conflicts mount, arm yourself with my promises. Your adversary delights in planting seeds of hopelessness, amplifying your deficiencies and distracting you from all I have done. Confront these falsehoods with my word. Lock its truths within your heart like an arsenal at the ready. When the voice of dread hisses that you will fail, recall my assurance that I pave your path to success in accordance with my will. When condemnation sneaks in, proclaim my word. There's no condemnation for those who rest in my grace. My word is vibrant and potent, sharper than any weapon, cutting through layers of doubt to uncover the liberating light of truth. Surrender your feelings of anger, jealousy, or pride. Whenever you notice them, directly to me. Be transparent when your heart burns with frustration or your spirit aches with envy. I can handle raw honesty. Invite me to refine those emotions, shaping them to align with my divine character. True humility means recognizing that any good gift you hold is from my hand, and envying others makes no sense once you grasp the individualized plan I have for each life. Be prepared, too, for seasons of solitude. Sometimes friends slip away, leaving you feeling abandoned. Yet understand that you are never truly alone. I stand closer than your next breath, observing every heartbeat. Occasionally, I permit such loneliness so you can learn to depend wholly on me, fine-tuning your ability to hear my voice unclouded by external noise. In the quiet, my guidance can be strikingly clear. Let me transform your isolation into fertile ground for profound spiritual growth, unveiling truths about your purpose that might remain unseen in a crowd. Do not see solitude as rejection. See it as my invitation. In the silent corridor, my whispers become unmistakable, leading you with ever more detail. As new opportunities appear or new challenges arise, remember you are my representative. An ambassador does not champion their own desires, but those of the one who sent them. Speak and act according to my principles, reflecting my heart. People will notice the calm and love in your demeanor. Some may ask about its source. Be ready to share the reason for the hope you carry, pointing them back to me. You need no advanced degree or refined speech. A genuine spirit and a willingness to hear others out can open the gateway to my love. Observe how my spirit breaks through the toughest hearts when my children answer their calling with humility and integrity. Resist complacency in your spiritual life. It is easy to drift into routine and lose your fervor when things feel steady, but I desire to be more than an abstract notion. I want to be your essence, your daily bread, your living water, your intimate companion. Reignite your passion for me in worship, prayer, and reflection on my word. Converse with me throughout the day as you would a close friend, unearthing your thoughts and joys. Listen for me in the stillness of your soul. This bond with me is meant to be vital and transforming, not simply a checklist. If you sense a chill in your heart, ask me to reignite the flame. I will breathe life into the embers of faith, turning them into a lively fire. Likewise, pay attention to the ways you manage the blessings I bestow, your time, abilities, and resources. These are not placed in your life just for personal comfort. They are instruments to serve others and to further my kingdom. I love a heart that gives freely. Even the smallest gift extended with sincerity reflects my character. When your hand stays open, I can continue filling it so that you might share with those in need. This generosity is more than a good deed. It becomes an offering of worship. While the world elevates selfish ambition, my kingdom holds generosity as a route to both joy and spiritual growth. In such openness, you find a deeper happiness that money alone can never match. Remember also that your distinct nature is part of your assignment. Perhaps you have felt overshadowed by those who seem to shine more brightly, or overshadowed by your own sense of inadequacy. Yet I fashioned you with an individual combination of strengths for a reason. Rather than covet what another possesses, applaud their gifts while accepting what I have given you. You alone can fill the position I have designed for you. Operate within your intended design, and you will flourish, and so will those around you. Your contributions matter profoundly. I created you for tasks that no one else can approach in exactly the same way. Turn from comparisons. Focus instead on uncovering and refining the talents I have entrusted to you, for that path leads to lasting fulfillment. When disagreements emerge, approach them with patience and a willingness to understand. Quick anger throws fuel on conflict, but a gentle response often extinguishes it. Hear the other person's viewpoint before rushing to defend your own. Stand by the truth, but always in love. A harsh word can settle an argument, but may close the door to reflecting my heart. Meanwhile, a calm voice can dismantle walls that countless combative retorts never could. Conflicts can also serve as a crucible, teaching you to love more deeply and communicate more effectively in a way that honors me. Acknowledge that in every exchange, you bear my name, so keep humility as your guide. Beware of any deception, whether it comes as lies from the world or from within your own heart. Your adversary is subtle, blending untruths with partial truths to trap the unwary. My word is your anchor, helping you detect any falseness. Maintain a clean heart, free from egotistical motives or hidden pride. If you discover you've been misled, rush to me. I will unravel the snare, giving you clarity and restoring you in forgiveness. There is no need to live in confusion. My lamp is ready to guide your feet along a sure path, safe from hidden pitfalls. Reflect on the simple faith of a child, trusting, unencumbered, open. That is the posture I desire from you. Let wonder fill your eyes when you read my word or notice the beauty in creation. Pray not as a stiff ritual, but as genuine conversation with your loving Father. Expect my goodness wholeheartedly. Childlike faith frees you from excessive overthinking, reminding you that I am who I claim to be, unchanging in my promises. Let that trust be the bedrock upon which you stand, fueling your prayers and deeds. In times of uncertainty, remember, I am here, I love you, and I remain true to my word. Closely watch how you speak about yourself too, for words carry authority. Declaring negativity over your life invites destructive thinking. Instead, affirm what I say of you. You are chosen, you are beloved, you have purpose, you are forgiven, you can conquer through my power. Each day, replace self-criticism with my perspective. Over time, such discipline shifts your entire mindset, enabling you to view yourself as I do. This nourishes fresh confidence in your calling and fortifies your ability to bless others. Always measure how you talk about yourself against the compass of my word. Additionally, cherish the company of fellow believers. Isolation weakens you to discouragement and seduction. Worshiping together, praying together, and sharing each other's burdens all fortify you. Often, I speak through reliable friends who provide wise counsel or stand with you in prayer. A lone ember soon cools, but embers gathered together keep the fire strong. Commit yourself to genuine community. Serve, learn, and develop side by side. Be patient with one another's frailties, just as they should be patient with yours. Such unity showcases my love in a tangible way to the watching world. Though strife can appear, perseverance and humility in fellowship mold you into the likeness of my Son. Occasionally glance back without wallowing in regret, just enough to appreciate how far I have brought you. Your past achievements, as well as your failures, shape the person you have become. You can trace my hand in every answered prayer, every protected moment, and every time you rose stronger after a defeat. Let these milestones spark new gratitude and affirm your trust in my care for your future. If I carried you through previous storms, believe that I will be your shield again. Your life story speaks of my mercy. Recalling these chapters fuels praises and confidence even in dreary seasons. Testimonies assure you that I remain the same, yesterday, today, and always. As we reach the close of this message, remember that my invitation to you never expires. You can come to me at any time, in any emotional state, joyous or downtrodden, frustrated or grateful. My arms are open, my heart is always welcoming. I have known you before time existed and celebrate every move you make toward me. Never overlook the significance of your yes. Each instance you decide to rely on me, obey my quiet whispers, or hold firm to my promises, you usher in a wave of transformation in your life and in the lives of all those you affect. You are woven into my eternal tapestry, a story where grace triumphs over darkness, hope outshines despair, and love conquers hatred. I love you freely, with no reservations. Let that love prompt you to be a source of hope, a voice lifting spirits, and a balm for hurting souls. You carry immeasurable treasure within you. Pour it out wherever you go. Bring refreshment to those who thirst for life-giving truth. Rescue the lost, drawing them into my embrace. Reveal to those shackled by shame the freedom I secured for them with a love that even death could not contain. As you practice these truths, your life becomes an offering of praise that delights my heart. Take these words to heart. Reflect upon them when you are still. Pray them and share them generously with anyone who needs hope. Remember always that I, your God, see you, hear you, and walk with you. No valley is too shadowed, no mountain too steep, no storm too wild for my grace to endure. Let these truths sustain your heart, granting you deep peace as you continue onward, grounded in the truth that my presence stays with you always. You will never be by yourself. and the plans I have arranged for you are beautifully shaped for your ultimate joy, contentment, and an eternal heritage. Let your faith and expectancy rise, for the greatest is yet to be revealed in me, my beloved child. If these words stir your heart, if they speak to your spirit, I encourage you to respond in a simple yet meaningful way. Share the insights and experiences these words awaken in you, so others might see my hand in your life and find encouragement in their own journeys. By doing this, you become a guiding light for those seeking hope and truth, reminding them that I address each heart in a personal way. I also encourage you to remain connected. Keep growing in faith, discovering my nearness every day. If you haven't done so, subscribe to this channel to receive messages of hope, teachings about my grace, and reminders of my love that endures forever. My beloved child, as these sacred words draw to a close, remember that my presence is with you every single moment. If your heart has been stirred by this divine message, subscribe, like, and share this channel so that every time you return, you may be refreshed, renewed, and enveloped in my everlasting love. Let this sanctuary of hope be your daily refuge, where my promises illuminate your path and transform your life. Come back again and again, for I am here, guiding you toward a destiny of grace and abundant blessing. Amen.